Hello, hello, Guardians. I am Ransom Rider, and today I am in the kitchen. I'm in the kitchen with a lot of ingredients, a big layout. Now, today I'm working in the official Destiny cookbook. If you've hung out with me before, you know that I love this cookbook. I am working today on the burnt edge transit. You see it here. It looks burnt, you know. And Guardians, something special today. At the end of this video, you will see me, Ransom Rider, use a blowtorch. I will be using a blowtorch on the burnt edge transit. What will happen? Stay tuned. All right, let's dig into this, or let's cook into it. This is burnt edge transit. Here's what it says. If I ever come across something in the Golden Age archives that I don't understand, I can always rely on Master Raoul to help decipher the meaning behind the engrams. Now, the best cryptarchs are known only for their work, never by name. Thank you, Master Raoul. To show my gratitude for his assistance, I made this treat especially for him. When I gifted them to him, I joked that he had to decrypt what was hidden under the hard sugar layer. He certainly got a chuckle out of that one. He had to decrypt. Will he be able to do it? Raoul, I don't know. These recipes, as are all the Destiny cookbook recipes, they are from the perspective of Eva Levante. Eva Levante's going to be on the tower very soon. We're going to be giving out cookies, but this is a little special treat for Master Raoul. Here's the ingredients list in case you're going to make this at home. 1/2 cup black sesame seeds, 1/2 cup honey, 2 teaspoons almond extract, 7 egg yolks over here, they're way over here, 7 egg yolks, 2 teaspoons vanilla cinnamon salt, and this vanilla cinnamon salt is made from scratch, as we say back home, made from scraps. This is vanilla cinnamon salt. There is a recipe for this in the cookbook. Early on in the cookbook. It's cinnamon, it's salt, and it's a vanilla bean pod all combined to make vanilla cinnamon salt. That was made here, made earlier today off camera. 2 cups of heavy cream, 1/4 cup sugar, and then some additional for my blowtorch duties. Difficulty on this recipe is medium. Prep time is 1.5 hours. Cook time is 1 hour. This yields 5 servings. Now, Victoria Rosenthal, the official author of the cookbook, girl, 5 servings, dinner's 6. We want 6. And if there's some left over, you have it the next day. Dietary notes, dairy, vegetarian. Okay, first instruction. I have made several of these recipes. I do enjoy them. Sometimes I don't always agree with Victoria Rosenthal, the author, but I do follow these normally explicitly, as they say in the directions. And if not, I would tell you I'm making an exemption. I have that power. I have the exemption power. Now, Raoul, we like him sometimes. I dislike him others. I'm still waiting on that really phenomenal Lorelei Splendor ham. Raoul, I need a good Lorelei Splendor ham. Number 1, place the black sesame seeds in a food processor and pulse until smooth. Okay, black sesame seeds in the food processor, pulse until smooth. These are black sesame seeds. I hope you can see those. I've never actually eaten black sesame seeds that I was aware of. Let's put them in the food processor. This is my mini food processor. I felt like I needed the big one, but we're going to add all these ingredients into a bowl later on, so I'm not going to use the big one right now. So in goes the black sesame seeds. Pulse the black sesame seeds until smooth, then add the honey and the almond extract. So I'm going to get my honey over here. I'm going to get my almond extract. I'll know that those are next. Let's get the lid on this little contraption. This was Braytech Sciences not so long ago. Now, let's grind it. And this said paste, right? I want to double check. We want to be exact. Grab this cookbook. In the food processor, pulse until smooth. Okay, smooth. The paste is later. This is loud. Grab a beverage. This is a complex recipe. You know, it says medium difficulty, medium. But there's a lot of ingredients here. Let's pulse this thing some more. How smooth is smooth? I mean, it looks like finely ground black pepper at this point. All right, let's check it. You know, I need to do it till smooth. I'm gonna go just a minute more. Hang with me, hang with me. All right, now I think that's sufficient. Word of the day, sufficient. I think this is sufficient. Now, add smooth, it's smooth. Add honey and almond extract and mix until it forms a paste. All right, take the lid off. I'm gonna pop the honey in. I'm gonna get my little utensil, proper utensils. You know, Guardians, you need the right tool. If you saw me recently go through the beginning of the Warlord's Ruin dungeon, you know that the proper tools are really vital. And shout out to all the Guardians who helped me decide what loadout, what build, what weapons. And I'm still working on that. I'm practicing. It's like cooking. Practicing makes perfect. And the more I practice on Warlord's Ruin, which is Season of the Wish, if you're watching this recorded video much later in its life, Warlord's Ruin was Season of the Wish, and it's all the rage right now. It's all the rage. Now this honey, it's deliciousness. It smells wonderful. It looks wonderful. Bees. Thank you to the bees. I'm a honey fan. I'm a honey fan. Okay, I'm done with this. Let's set it to the side. Get out of the way. I'm done with you. All right, now I need to put my almond extract in, right? This is, oh, Guardians, chat, viewers, subscribers. Now, you know that I love vanilla extract, but I'm going to take a moment to say this almond extract, it smells fantastic. If you've never used it, find a recipe that calls for it. It smells great. In it goes. Tap it. Leave nothing behind. Set the dirty dish aside. Clean up. Clean up. This. You know, back growing up in the mountains, born in the backwoods, raised in a cave, we did it by hand. I would have worked this by hand. We didn't have these little fancy utensils. I mean, my aunt and uncle did not have electricity. You know, they had an oil burning light lamp, and we had to go way out to be able to use the bathroom. You know, it was primitive. That's what I'm saying. It was primitive. All right, lock it into place, mix it. Now, according to the cookbook, thank you, Victoria Rosenthal, for this wonderful cookbook. I need to form a paste. I need to make this a paste. It's looking pasty. I feel like I've achieved pastiness. Black paste, but pasty all the same. Okay, this can be stored in an airtight container in the refrigerator for up to 2 days. Can we put that into Ngram and keep it forever? Maybe. Preheat the oven to 325. I've got the oven on 325. Combine the black sesame paste with the egg yolks and vanilla cinnamon salt. Now let's set this to the side. Move over, move over. Large mixing bowl. I have pre-cracked the eggs because if you've separated eggs before, it can be messy. And I did fairly well. I see a little eggshell. Get out of there, little eggshell. Cooperate. Your cooperation is necessary. Now, I'm cracked these in a separate bowl and separated them using the hand and eggshell method. And you just want to double check to make sure there's no eggshells in there to ruin your recipe. Now, you know, eggshell, you don't want it. You don't want a hard eggshell in there. In they go. all the goodness. Let me get my little honey stick and get all this egg goodness out. All right, the eggs are in. Set the used bowl to the side. Now, cinnamon salt, which is here. You heard me say I made this earlier. So now, how much cinnamon salt? 2 teaspoons. Now, be careful when you're looking at teaspoons and tablespoons. TSP, teaspoon. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say it. Okay, I don't want to do it over this in case I spill it. You know, I could spill it and ruin my recipe. 2 of these, and this is going to bring depth of flavor. Salt can really pull out the flavors in your dishes. Don't hesitate to use a little salt to get the maximum flavor. A little saltiness. It can be good. You know, we need it. We need it. The cabal must need a lot of salt because they eat the mountains and drink the sea. Get out of here, cabal. All right, will they like my dessert? Yeah, I'm going to invite Keitel over. I'm going to send her, come over and hang with me, Keitel. So in that goes, combine the heavy cream and sugar in a saucepan. Okay, the heavy cream into a saucepan. That's heavy cream, and boy, can this really bring a recipe to life. It looks good. It can be delicious. Give me some vanilla flavor and sugar, and I could just drink this stuff. We could make custard, and I would just drink it. So, okay, let's go back. This is a complex. It says number 2, but there's a lot of instructions in number 2. Needed to be broken down. Victoria, break it down. Combine the black sesame paste, the egg yolks, vanilla, cinnamon, sea salt in a large bowl. All right, let's just totally get this done. Now, this honey is sticky. Let this drip out. Come on now, drip out. I don't want to set these blades in there. So what I'm going to do is set this to the side. I'm going to take my little handy dandy kitchen tool. Remember, proper tools, proper tools. I want to take this and just get all this black sesame seed, honey, concoction off of these sharp blades. These blades, they're scary. They scare me. I'm just going to say it out loud. You could lose a finger. Caution. If you're young and you're doing cooking at home, ask a parent or guardian, for a little aid. Tell them you need some help. Help me out with these sharp blades. All right, I'm going to set that there in that glass. I'm going to go back to my paste. And we want to get all this goodness out. I hope this is goodness because I don't know that I remember having this before. But I have really had a lot of creme brulees in my life. When you're hungry and you want a good dessert, creme brulee. But now, I'm going to confess here, this is my first time making creme brulee from scratch. Now, I'm hoping, guardians, chatters, viewers, subscribers, everybody, I'm hoping this is really good, right? I want this to be a really good recipe. Truly, the only one so far that I just didn't like was Horror Story. Check out that video because that was shocking. Horror Story. It's in a video. Check it out. Now, that is in, let's see, combine heavy cream and sugar in a saucepan. Heavy cream and sugar in a saucepan. The heavy cream is in. This is my sugar to cook with. And this was 1/4 cup of sugar. 1/4 cup. It's going in. Over medium-high heat, bring to a simmer for 10 minutes. Let's turn this on. I'm going to set this to medium-high. It's on max right now. I don't want max. It's on medium-high. Combine the heavy cream and sugar in a saucepan over medium-high heat. Bring to a simmer for 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes. Carefully and slowly pour the heated cream into the large bowl while consistently whisking. Split the batter between 5 ramekins. Now this is coming together. You know, I'm feeling happiness come on because this is getting close. When we whisk in this mixture right here, then we're going to start seeing it come together. And I want to slowly pour this in because I don't want this hot cream mixture to turn this into a scrambled egg mess. And so I'm going to slowly add that, and I'm going to have to get a whisk. I need to whisk it good. All right, we've got this on the move, on the go. I'm going to let this cook. Big spoon. I'm going to let this heavy cream and sugar cook for 10 minutes. And through the magic of science, Braytech, I will be back when this has cooked for 10 minutes. I'm Ransom Ryder. Hang with me because at the end of this, I'm going to be using a blowtorch and we're going to get serious on the burnt edge transit from the official Destiny Cookbook from Victoria Rosenthal. Thank you. I'll be right back. Hello, Guardians. I'm back. I am back. My mixture, this is my heavy cream and sugar. It has been cooking for 10 minutes. It's cooked. The sugar is all really dissolved. And I think that was the main reason, just on medium-high heat. And I've removed my hot plate, my heat source, and I've whisked this with a ball whisk. This whisk is, proper tool, designed for sauces, gravies. The balls on it will get the edge of the pan. It's a very good tool. You want to check these out. If you've never used one, every kitchen should have one when you're making those gravies. And growing up, in the South, we had a lot of gravy and biscuits. Now today, this is burnt edge transit. And what I want to do is I want to temper my mixture. And by tempering, I mean, I don't want to just dump all this really hot liquid into my egg and black sesame seed honey mixture. I want to just do a little at a time. So I have a cup. I'm just going to put it in, and I want to use my little special whisk and switch over. This has been a valuable tool, but you're going. I'm going to go back over with my ball whisk, and I'm just going to whisk this in. I want to bring the temperature up of this mixture because remember, those eggs were cold and the honey and everything that I put in here was room temperature. But with tempering this, I'm not going to get scrambled eggs. I don't want those eggs to just all scramble and clump. So I'm going to bring this up slowly, just slowly, with this mixture through the measuring cup. Now, I've talked about this before. I was given lessons young, growing up, cooking lessons, because my grandparents said, we want you to be able to provide and cook and know how to get along in life on your own. But having said that, the whole on your own thing, it's good to be knowledgeable. It's good to know how to cook, even if I can't use some of the modern appliances. It's about teamwork and knowing what comes together, what to use. And they always taught me, it's way more fun to have friends in the kitchen and teamwork. And that really relates to the game of Destiny because you want your fire team, you want that core group of people that you can depend on. They have your back, is what I'm trying to say. If you go down in the heat of battle, you want to know that they've got your back and they're going to revive you. They're going to try to get to you. They're going to save you. The teamwork. It's how food is best enjoyed. If you really love something, like I hope we're going to love this burnt edge transit from the Destiny Cookbook. If you really love it, you want to share it. You want to say, hey, do you love this as much as I do? And if you don't, why not? Let's find a recipe that you love. Now, chat, this is smelling, Guardians, this is smelling so good. It just smells really good. And I'm tempering this. It's coming up to temperature. I want to do a little bit more before I just switch over and pour more of this in. And get the whole thing mixed together. You know, I want the whole thing mixed in. I still have quite a bit of liquid to go. Because once I get this mixed, we're going to switch over to the ramekin portion of it. Now, is this cool enough for me to mix a little bit of this in? Let me just pour it in my measuring cup. And it will be a lot easier to handle than this sauce pot. Now I'm going to put this in. Stir, stir, stir with my ball whisk. And then I have this one, very generous cup to mix in. You know, this looks runny. Is this going to cook and firm up? And is this just 5 ramekins full? I do have 6 ramekins in my pan. We're going to find out how much this makes. She says serving for 5. We're going to find out. All right, now mix until well combined. I've done that. I like to get these the dirty dishes out of the way. So I'm going to set this over to the side on my cork board. That's still a hot pan, caution. And I'm going to move over my big pan that I have filled with water. Now, these are my ramekins, and she says fill 5. Let's go back to the official Destiny cookbook for the recipe. Place the ramekins inside a deep baking dish, which I have. This is my turkey dish. Fill the dish with water about halfway up to the sides of the ramekins. Done. Place in the oven and bake for 35 to 45 minutes. Okay, then we're going to remove them and let them cool out, and then we're going to refrigerate them for 3 hours. Then I'm going to pull them out, sprinkle the sugar on top, and actually use my torch. As I said earlier, we're going to be using a torch. So, flamethrower, flamethrower. We need it. Destiny needs a good flamethrower. You know, we've got dragon's breath, but I just want a solid flame. You know, think trace rifle, but a flamethrower. Yeah, we want one. Okay, so I've got this. I've got my mixture. Do I need my cup again? I think I do. I think I'm going to actually use this and pour it into my ramekins. This is a mess. It's kind of like custard right now, but real runny custard. Halfway, did she say halfway? Let's just evenly distribute all of this and find out, because we can top off with a little at the end. Maybe I need to bring it over and do it this way because I'm dirtying my water. I think I've actually got enough. My dark ramekins here, that's host and hostess. Everybody else is going to get a white one. The host and hostess, they're going to get the dark gold trimmed ramekin. Ooh. Will those taste better? No, they're all going to taste the same. They're all going to taste the same. Now, this is actually, it's not, when I start pouring it out into the ramekins, I've got 6 here, but they probably could have been, filled further. But I'm going to get this out. We're going to get every drop of this that I can because I want to top these off. And I've got 6, but 5 would have been really filled up. And I want to get 2 of these that are really filled because I want to be able to do the sugar top and make it look like, well, kind of like hers. I'm going to show you the picture from Victoria Rosenthal's because it's kind of burnt. Well, it's called burnt edge, but it is definitely kind of burnt looking. Now, should I take one of these and maybe just empty it out into some of the others? Possibly. You know, I could take this little one, take it out, and empty it into one of these other ones and get them all a little bit fuller, because you want them to consistently cook. You want these to consistently cook. And if they're all varying depths, it's going to be a little bit harder to get that to consistently cook. So they look all about equal. So we're down to 5. We're down to 5. I'm going to pop these in the oven, get them going. I'm going to come back and hang out with you guys. Once they've cooled down and we're coming back, I'll be back for the blow torch. I'm Ransom Ryder. This is the Destiny 2 cookbook. Hang with me, Guardians. We're going to do a taste testing. We're going to do the torch. We're going to have a lot of fun. I'll be right back. Bye. Hang on. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. Stay with me. Like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. I need friends. Lots of friends. I'll be right back. Guardians, I am back. These are fresh from cooling down. It's been 3 hours, but by Braytech magic, it seems just moments have passed. But these have baked in the oven. I left mine in for about 48, 50 minutes. It took a little bit longer than what the cookbook had said. But check yours, because ovens vary. Yours may be a little faster than mine, a little bit slower, but you want to check them. So they're out of the oven. They have cooled down for 3 hours inside the refrigerator. There were a number of steps here. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A lot of steps into making the burnt edge transit. Now, it actually says yields 5 and takes about an hour cook time, prep time 1.5 hours. But no, this took longer. In the instructions, 3 hours to chill. Now, I need to get to the last section because I promised you, Guardians, I would be using a torch. I'm going to use one. I need a flamethrower inside of Destiny. Now, before serving, sprinkle the top of the creme brulees with sugar. Fancy burnt edge transit. You know, we used the black sesame seeds, but these are creme brulees. I'm just hoping they're delicious. I hope so. I followed the instructions exact, except she said about 45 minutes, 35 to 45 cook time. I let mine go just a little bit longer. Sprinkle the top of the creme brulees with sugar. Use a torch to caramelize the sugar until amber in color. Let's do it, Guardians. Let's do it. I've got my sugar here. I'm going to sprinkle the top. I like that crispy sugar top. If you've had creme brulees before, you know, definitely they're so good when you sprinkle them with sugar and then they crisp that up for you. Now, it's easy to burn them, right? Easy to burn them. I'm going to fix 2 right now. I want to show you the picture. This is the picture, burnt edge transit. And I'm going to say, Victoria, girl, you burnt yours up. They are burnt up on the top. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Okay, flame on. Careful, Guardians, careful. I just want to evenly distribute that sugar. And then I'm going to go in and just flame this. It's real quick about how fast it will brown. When the sugar starts melting, you know, you have to be careful, because it will quickly brown. It will quickly brown. And I can see it melting. I don't know if you can catch that on camera, but I can see the sugar crystals. This is crystallized sugar. And we just want to flame it till it gets brown, golden brown. And that's going to give this just a little bit of added punch. And then you get to break the top. You get to break the top on these. And the edges of these will get hot. So, you know, be careful. Be careful. Use an oven mitt or protection for your hands if you need to turn these. Or even a lazy Susan would be nice to rotate these around so that you can get every section. Now you see this one melting. It's forming those beautiful big droplets on top. I got that one hot. I can smell that sugar. It reminds me of cotton candy at the carnival or the fair. Now you could use, you know, like a turbinado sugar. Of course, those are a little, normally not as fine as just the regular sugar that I'm using. This is granulated white sugar. And remember, that blackness that you're seeing, it is actually black sesame seeds. Normally we would see, you know, a white edge transit or a white creme brulee. I just don't want to get too close with this because, you know, as I said earlier, it's a fine line. But man, oh man, if I could have one of these to fit in my backpack in Destiny, a little blowtorch, I'd be happy. I'd be real happy. That sugar's heating up. It's starting to run together. I just don't want to get it overdone here because brown to going burnt can happen super quickly. Now, I like the color on those. I'm just going to let them cool off, and then I've got my tasting spoon. This is a big spoon. I'm going to break into these. Let's let them cool for just a moment. Now, what did she say in the instructions? Did she say to allow to cool? Sprinkle the top of the creme brulees with sugar. Use a torch to melt and caramelize. And you can see the color is golden. Creme brulee that it's going to be alien to you, but it's enough that you know you're eating something different. Guardians, chat, give these a try. Tell me what you think about Burnt Edge Transit from the Destiny 2 official cookbook. I like them. I like them. In fact, I'm going to finish this entire. This one's mine. These ones are mine. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I am Ransom Rider. Destiny 2 is my favorite game. I need friends. Come hang out with me inside the game. And let's play Destiny. Let's push back the aliens. They're everywhere. Retake our solar system. I hope to see you very soon inside the gaming world. Bye. Bye. Thank you, Guardians. Thank you. Bye. Bye.